Then Percy set off to collect some hay and take it to the harbor.
Everyone says I'm handsome. Or at least nearly everyone. Anyway, my curves are better than Thomas's corners. Thomas says I'm always late. Ha! I'm never late. Or at least only a few minutes. What's that to Thomas? He can always have time later on.
For all the same, he and his driver decided to start early. Then came trouble. But as soon as they were about to leave, trouble came. A crane had accidentally tangled its chains around a crate of treacle. It snapped, and it fell onto Percy. The workmen did their best to clean Percy, but it was no good.
Well, that's torn it. Looks like we had to go back home to get you washed.
Then I'll be stickier still all day.
And he was, of course, when he puffed away. Later, as he was puffing back to the sheds, the wind was blowing fiercely.
Goodness me, look at that!
The wind caught the piled hay, tossing it up all over the track.
Well, at least we can climb the line here. Take a run at it, Percy!
I'm trying as hard as I can.
So Percy gathered speed, but the hay made the rails slippery, and his wheels wouldn't grip. Time after time he stalled with spinning wheels.
Oh, bummer.
And he had to wait for the line to be cleared before he could start up again. Meanwhile, at the station, everyone was waiting, but Thomas was getting impatient.
10 minutes late. I warned him. Passengers will complain and the fat controller...
Then everyone saw Percy. They laughed and shouted as he pulled up.
What's going on now?
Sorry I'm late.
Well, look what's crawled out of the hay.
What's wrong?
Talk about hairy caterpillars. It's worth being late to have seen you.
When Percy got home, his driver showed him what he looked like in a mirror.
Bust my buffers. No wonder why people were laughing at me. I'm just like a woolly bear. Please clean me before Thomas and Toby come.
But it was no good. Thomas told Toby all about it.
Well, bust my cowcatchers, Percy. I could hardly see you.
I couldn't agree with you more. First a ghost train, now a woolly bear. Whatever next?
Oh, shut up.
Thomas and Toby laughed a lot, but Percy thought they would be very soon. A few days later, a new quarry diesel arrived on the island. Her name was Mavis.
Hey, I'm finally in the show!
She belonged to the Farquhar Quarry Company to shunt trucks into their sidings. She is black, has a cowcatcher, and has 6 small wheels hidden by side plates just like Toby. Mavis is young and full of her own ideas. She loves rearranging things too, and began putting Toby's trucks into different places every day. This made Toby cross.
Trucks should be where you want them, when you want them.
Oh, fudge. What's the old fuss pot?
At last, Toby lost patience.
Now listen, young Mavis. I can't waste time playing on the trucks with you, so take them yourself.
Mavis was pleased. Taking trucks made her feel important. But the next day at the shed, Diesel oiled up to her.
Toby's an old fuss pot.
Diesel sensed trouble and was delighted.
Toby says only steam engines can manage trucks properly.
Oh, how sad. Anyway, depend upon it, Mavis. And even though steam engines can do, we diesels can do so much better than them.
Of course, Diesel knew absolutely nothing about trucks, but Mavis didn't realize this. Toby's line crosses the main road behind the station, and for a short way it follows a farm lane. Frosty weather makes the muddy road rock hard and very slippery. Toby stops before reaching the lane.
I suppose I'll have to halt the traffic again.
So Toby waited and waited, until his fireman halts the traffic on the crossing with his red flag. Toby sets off again. By using the heavy trucks to push him along, he has no trouble with the frosty rails in the lane and across the road. It is the only safe thing to do in this kind of weather. Later, Toby warned Mavis and told her just what to do.
I can manage, thank you. I'm not a fussy old fusspot like you.
Suit yourself. Russia, scallywag.
The trucks were tired of being pushed around by Mavis.
Yes, let's push her around instead.
Oh, come on, you idiots. I haven't got all day.
So Mavis just ignored them. Instead, she pulled the trucks up to the lane and stopped at the level crossing. All traffic halted.
One in the headline for Fusspot Toby.
But Mavis had stopped in the wrong place.
Huh? Hey, what's going on?
Instead of taking Toby's advice, she had given the trucks the chance they wanted.
Hold back!
The trucks just laughed, and her wheels spun helplessly. Later, workmen sanded the rails and tried to dig away the frozen mud, but it was no good. Everyone was impatient, and cars, buses, and lorries tooted impatiently.
When will this traffic jam end?